You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, do not adjust your screens, folks. You're not seeing double. But what you are seeing, or what you just witnessed, was in fact the second time in, I believe, 3 or 4 games, Christie Sides, the Fever coach, inexplicably benching Caitlin Clark and watching a competitive game disappear before your very eyes. And WNBA fans caught it, and they have absolutely destroyed Christie Sides, the coach of the Fever, over her decision-making. And the coach had the nerve to throw Caitlin Clark under the bus with comments after the game. Now, all of this is keeping in mind the fact that Caitlin Clark, I think she made a statement last night. In one of the best games that has ever been seen in the WNBA, right here, you're seeing this, 30 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 blocked shots. I mean, seriously, to put that in perspective, she is the first rookie ever to have done that and only the 4th player in the history of the WNBA to put up that stat line. You thought I was over-exaggerating? Nah. Literally, one of the best games in the history of the league. Only Taurasi, McCautry, and Breanna Stewart have done the same feat and had that kind of stat line. But yet, here we are. The Fever lost another game. And the Sparks went on a run. I mean, look. Caitlin Clark comes out of the game. Leads disappear. That's not the first time. This is 6 days ago. WNBA fans are furious. Once again, Fever coach Christie Sides for a decision she made on Caitlin Clark during crunch time of Indiana's showdown versus the Storm Wednesday night. That was last Wednesday night. With 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Sides had Clark on the bench in a tie game. She wasn't in foul trouble. It wasn't offensive-defensive substitution. Sides simply had Clark on the bench for no reason. I understand Sides trying to get a breather for her star. You can't let her set that long. The fact is, the Fever should have won this game. I had it down as a win. I mean, seriously. And that was not even knowing Clark was going to go out there and drop 30 on their asses. On Tuesday, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever went up against Cameron Brent and the Sparks. In a battle of one-win teams, Clark and the Fever picked up their first win of the 2024 WNBA season against the Sparks in LA a few days ago. With a few minutes left in the third quarter and Indiana with a 4-point lead, Fever coach Christie Sides decided to pull Clark from the game. After just 3 minutes with Clark on the bench, the Sparks went on an 11-0 run and took the lead. I mean, we did see some positives last night. At least Caitlin Clark got over 8 shots. She took 16 field goals, which we called for, and she got to the line a ton. And that is a recipe to getting to 30 points. But we're seeing she is an all-around, all-time baller. So, WNBA fans, none of this was lost on Fever fans, WNBA fans, and Christie Sides got destroyed. This is a quote that came from Christie Sides after the game. She had the nerve. She took a shot at Caitlin Clark. Quote, "We're spending too much time talking to the officials. We've got to leave that alone. We've just got to play our game and let them do their jobs and not put it in their hands. We shouldn't get technicals. Let me get the technicals." Maybe you should get the technicals. Seriously. Well then get them techs. You never fight for your players. You don't even use your challenges. She's just a bad coach. It's doing everyone a disservice. When a team gets a number one pick, it means the coach should pack it up. Her coaching so far proves it. I've heard her throw her players under the bus too many times. That's not it. Has she taken accountability once this season? Her driving the bus over her players. See you soon. Look, Christie Sides got blasted, obliterated last night. Right here, Indiana Fever 11-0 run with Clark on the bench and gave up the league. The coaching is horrendous again. Clark cooking, so Sides decides to bench her? The hell. And now you lost momentum. It was a wrap. Who is the worst coach in professional basketball, and why is it Christie Sides? An 11-0 run, no timeout. Clark still on the bench for 3+ minutes. An 11-0 run and Caitlin Clark on the bench. Christie Sides is so fired. Going from 7 up to 4 down in a matter of couple of minutes with Caitlin Clark on the bench. How does this coach have a job? This Indiana Fever coach has no clue what momentum is. Every time they get hot, she benches Caitlin Clark and the opposing team goes on a 10-0 run. 11-0. Now Cece got to come in and get the lead, back the lead after sitting on the bench. Shake my head. This is happening almost every other game. That's exactly what's happening. Just about every other damn game. It's unbelievable. I mean, seriously. Christie Sides needs to realize she may have the brightest spotlight on her right now, period, in sports, because she's dealing with an all-time talent, somebody that I said is literally the love child creation of Steph Curry and Larry Bird put together, an all-time shooter. Caitlin Clark made a statement last night. She blew the roof off and showed, this is why I was the number one pick. This is why in 15 years you may be looking at the greatest player that ever played in this league. 35, 6, 3, and 3. 3 block shots. She's 5'11" 3/4, I think. Maybe 6 foot, maybe. And this is the outcome of the game. If Caitlin Clark scores 30, they should win by 12. It's crazy to me. It is crazy. And yes, this coach has no idea what she is doing when it comes to momentum of basketball games. Look, the moment that the Sparks go on a 6-0 run, you better be taking a timeout and getting Clark back in the game. Stop the bleeding. She doesn't know how to stop the bleeding. My God, I thought Caitlin did a great job last night creating her own points, driving to the basket, getting hacked. She figured it out. Hey, if I'm cold shooting threes, I'm driving to the basket, I'm getting the foul because I'm going to knock down the shots. I think she was ultimately, let me look. She was 13 of 15 from the free throw line. I mean, that worked. That worked. Wow. This coach, holy crap. I mean, this coach is in trouble. She is. And we're how many games in right now? I mean, it's not good. We're 7 games in. And this I had marked down as a W. Tell me what you think. It's a nightmare. I mean, Jesus. You know, and Caitlin got some help from her teammates last night, but it's bad when you're trying to beat the opposing team and your coach. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.